joining us. Celebrations are in order. The 6th annual MTN Radio Awards were held on Sunday. SABC News and Current Affairs programs did exceptionally well, specifically from Lotus FM Newsbreak. Winners, executive producer Taresh Harreeparsh, as well as a field reporter Prabashini Moodley, join us from our Durban studios. Good morning to you and congratulations. I'm sure excitement is an understatement. Hey, how are you guys feeling?
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Ayanda, for the congratulatory messages. It has been amazing since the award ceremony on Saturday. Lots of well wishes, congratulatory messages from our families, our friends, colleagues. So it's been an amazing experience so far.
Definitely. And like you said, understatement, absolute understatement to say the least.
I'm so glad. I can imagine just how thrilled you guys are. But speak to us a little bit about the category that you were afforded, or for which you were awarded. What exactly were the prizes, and what sort of work did they focus on?
Okay, so the first award that we got, we were actually nominated for 4 individual presenter awards and 4 team awards, Newsbreak, 4 specific team awards. The first award that we got was Taresh's award, which was Best Field News Reporter in the PBS category. The second award was my award, which was Best News and Actuality Producer in the PBS category. And the award was the award that Genevieve Blanca had got for her Newsbreak talk show, which is at the weekend. So that won us Best PBS Current Affairs show. Specifically, my award was for our election coverage last year, and quite apt that Taresh and I are sitting together this morning because we both presented that 6 to 7 a.m. show together. So it was for the work that I produced during election weeks, but specifically for election morning.
Yeah.
Taresh, just speak to us. Yes, sorry, the distance is going to be a little bit of a problem, but I know when you start out an answer by saying, well, the first award, you know there's a long list of awards coming up. But talk to us about what goes into award-winning journalistic work, whether be it producing or field reporting. What sort of work goes into making sure that your work is award-winning?
You know, you don't think about it when you go to do your job. You just think to go out there, do your best, do great work, work exceptionally hard. And specifically for a radio perspective, you automatically think about your listener. What does your listener want from this particular news event? And your job as a journalist, as a producer, as a presenter is to tell that story. So when you're out in the field, your first thought is, how do I encapsulate what is happening around me into such a form that people listening to me at home exactly know what's taking place? They're actually there next to you on the scene. That's really my focus when I'm out there. If you win an award for it, it's amazing, but I think on a day-to-day basis, it's all about telling the story to the best of your ability. That's
absolutely amazing. Prabashini, you know, many people don't understand that it is a lot of hard work and is often a very thankless job. You know, you're out for long amounts of time. It's not a 9 to 5, You don't clock in and clock out. If the story wraps up at midnight, you're there until midnight. Speak to us about perhaps some misconceptions about journalism. Some people think it's very easy. What are the difficulties involved?
No, definitely, Ayanda. The first thing that you mentioned is the fact that there are no set hours. I mean, we come to work sometimes at 4 a.m. and you may leave like at 5 p.m. That election week was a prime example of that. You know, with my team here in Durban, I was based at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. And I was coming to work at 3 a.m., going to the stadium that morning and leaving at like 4 and 5 p.m. that night. And I had to go sleep for a few hours and I had to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning again because we had 2 shows to produce that day. But thankfully, with the backing of our executive producer, Salma Patel, we're able to do that on a daily basis here at Newsbreak. And I think the misconceptions about radio journalism in particular is that it's easy, but it really isn't. And no offense to you guys on TV, Ayanda, but with radio, we don't have the luxury, if I could say, of having our audience's sight or their vision. We have to be able to tell stories with just having their ears. So we have to use as much audio and as possible, and to be able to capture their attention specifically with their ears. And I think at Newsbreak, we've been able to do that very well, which is why we're on your show this morning.
Here, here. You know, they do say radio is the theatre of the mind, so I do agree with you completely. Taresh, what does this mean going forward? Do you, not fix something that's not broken, so you continue with your award-winning ways, or do you take it up another notch?
Hey, that's an amazing question, because last year when I won this award and I was sitting alongside my colleague Genevieve Blanca, who's the anchor of Newsbreak Talk, which won the Best News and Actuality show at the MTN Radio Awards. She won for her election debate coverage that she had done. And we spoke about this last year, and she says, you're only as good as your last broadcast. Bottom line, you have a standard to maintain, and I think with Newsbreak, with the amount of awards we win on a annual basis, we really have a high standard to maintain. So the goal going forward is to maintain that standard in whatever bit of work you do, however small, however big, to maintain that impeccable award-winning standard and to take it a notch, to go to new frontiers. I know social media is big, and Newsbreak has been very big on promoting journalism on social media, so to take news to everybody who listens to us on a different basis, to innovate like that, and to really break the mold of journalism. And I think also keeping the fundamentals in check, always being at the forefront of telling the story the way it needs to be told.
Well, congratulations.
Just add there, Ayanda.
Yes, very briefly,
If I could just add one point, with the advent of information and communication technologies, the challenges that we face as journalists is to be able to provide news on platforms that people now need it on. So as much as people may criticize radio, it's a medium that people can take wherever they go, be it in their cars, at home, wherever it may be. So at Newsbreak, we've been able to do that and also give them news on platforms that young people need them on, like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and so forth. So that's just one of the other challenges that we face that we've been able to meet here as a team.
Outstanding work, and also being able to mitigate some of the dangers involved with being a journalist. But we'll have to leave it there. Congratulations to you. You have not only succeeded in outstanding broadcast journalism, but you have also managed to make me feel like an incredible underachiever this morning. Congratulations to you, Taresh Harreeparsh and Prabashini Moodley. Congratulations to the both of you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Morning Live continues after this.